Today, we're diving into a really powerful way of looking at recovery. The idea is that true healing isn't just about quitting something. Not at all. It's about a much, much deeper transformation. It's about you becoming the author of your own best life.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just stuck on a loop? Like you react to stress with the same old habits, or you feel stuck in a rut, but you can't quite put your finger on why? That's the exact problem this whole framework is designed to tackle.
So much of what drives addictive behavior isn't really a conscious choice we're making in the moment. Think of it like old software running in the background of your computer. It's programming from our past, deep-seated habits and emotional responses just running on autopilot, totally hidden from our view.
And that brings us to the very first step on this path, the journey of non-consciousness. The whole point here is to bring a flashlight into those dark corners, to finally see the hidden scripts and automatic triggers that have been calling the shots for who knows how long.
Now, to really change, you can't just paint over the cracks. You have to start at the foundation. This first phase is all about building what we call your root system. It's just like a tree, right? Without strong, deep roots that have healed from the past and created real stability, any new growth is just going to be fragile.
So, this solid foundation gets built through 6 journeys that are all connected. We start with non-consciousness, which leads us to awareness. Then we learn how to actually process grief and emotions. From there, we build up acceptance, we start to practice gratitude, and finally, we step into real empowerment. These are the absolute essentials for lasting change.
Pretty early on, something incredible starts to happen. You stop fighting with reality, you stop letting shame from the past weigh you down, and you start moving into a place of actual healing, a place where you can work with your reality through acceptance and, this is so important, self-compassion.
And the transformation just keeps going. That feeling of being helpless, of there never being enough, it starts to fade. In its place, you start to feel like you have control over your choices again. And by intentionally looking for things to be grateful for, you literally start rewiring your brain to appreciate what you already have. It's amazing.
So when you put it all together, these root journeys all work in sync. They help you see those hidden patterns, heal the old wounds that were fueling them, and start building a brand new, empowered identity from the ground up. An identity with a foundation strong enough to support the life you actually want to live.
Okay, so once that foundation is rock solid, the entire focus shifts. You move from the internal work of healing what was to the external work of creating what will be. This is where recovery stops being about what you're leaving behind and becomes all about what you are building on purpose.
This quote just nails the spirit of this next phase. It's not enough to just get by, to just survive. The real goal is to create a life that's so full, so aligned with who you are, that the old habits just become, irrelevant. A life you're genuinely pumped to wake up for.
And you build that new life with the 6 growth journeys. See, these are less about healing and more about creating. They teach you to thrive in uncertainty instead of running from it, to develop a mindset of abundance, to create a crystal clear vision for your future, and to learn the incredible strength that comes from surrender, nurture, and eventually your legacy.
The cool thing about this phase is that it's completely proactive. You're not just reacting to triggers anymore, you are consciously, actively designing a life filled with purpose. You're building a future that has joy, real connection, and true fulfillment, because you're finally putting your own well-being first.
And this is where it all comes together. With those strong roots and a clear vision, you really truly step into your own power. This stage is all about hope and what's possible. It empowers you to build a life of purpose that brings real, lasting fulfillment, leaving all those old addictive tendencies in the dust for good.
All right, this brings us to the final stage, and honestly, it might be the most profound part of this whole framework. This is where your own transformation starts to ripple out, creating a positive impact on everyone and everything around you. This is the journey to legacy.
So what do we even mean by legacy? Well, it's this beautiful shift from focusing only on your own healing to using everything you've learned to help other people. It's about turning your own struggles into a source of inspiration, becoming a guide for others, and finding a purpose that is so much bigger than just yourself.
When you get to this point, you're able to see so far beyond your own past. Your life isn't defined by addiction anymore. It's defined by the positive, lasting mark you leave on the world because of what you overcame.
So look, this entire framework is really about one thing:
shifting from being just a character in an old story someone else wrote to picking up the pen and becoming the author of a new one, your own story. So, the only question left to ask is, what will your legacy be?